why your money isn't shifting even when you're doing the work. So even when you're becoming more aware, more aligned, more intentional, and yet something still feels stuck. In this Akashic Pick a Card reading today, we're going to go a little bit deeper into that, because your money blocks aren't just about money. They're connected to your energy, your past, and what your soul has experienced before. So in past lives, and what's also passed down through our ancestors and our ancestral line as well. So this is where most people stay on the surface of their money blocks, but we're not going to do that here. So just take a moment right now. Just settle into your body. Just gently breathing in and out. And just let your energy come back to you. And as you soften, allow yourself to be drawn to the card that feels right for you. Okay, so card 1, card 2, card 3. Okay, just trust what you feel. Your soul will know which card is right for you. Card 1, card 2, card 3. Okay, so let's have a look at card 1. Now this card keeps coming up. This is the prostitution wound. Your money isn't shifting because you're still holding back your power. There's a part of you that knows that if you were fully seen, everything would change. And that feels unsafe. And this comes from a deep memory where being visible, being powerful, sharing your gifts, really expressing your energy led to exile, judgment, being silenced, being banished in some places as well. So now through safety, you hold yourself back and you soften your message, you hesitate, you stop yourself from fully stepping forwards. And that reflects in your money, right? And that's really, really important, because your income is a direct connection to how visible you allow yourself to be, right? So if you're not doing lives, if you're, not really showing up in your power, then you're not getting your message to those that need to see it, hear it, feel it. And that's really, really important. And it does all come back to this feeling of being unsafe, right? Because it was unsafe in the past to speak your truth, to share your gifts, to shine your light. And that's everything that is connected with the priestess wound, right? As also fearing may be a bit strong, but not trusting spiritual communities, fearing being a leader because you were a leader in the past and you may have been punished for that, or you may have been silenced for that, or you may have been exiled for that. So know that you are not blocked, you are just protecting yourself. And it is time to work with the priestess wound to start releasing all of this stored memory that you're holding in your DNA and in your nervous system, so that you can start to step forwards fully in your power as the divine leader that you are here to be, as that guide, as that healer, whatever is right for you. And that's really, really important. It's not enough to just have awareness that you're holding a priestess wound. It now needs to be healed so that you can step back into your sovereign power and be that leader that you were born to be. So if you picked card 1, let me know in the comments and let me know how that resonates with you and what came up for you as we were talking about this. I will be sharing at the end how you can start to work with the priestess wound to release that wound. Okay, if you picked card 2, you have Vows of Poverty. Now, again, this is something that just keeps coming up. Right? I'm seeing this more and more over the readings that I've been doing in the last couple of weeks. So your money isn't shifting because you are still rejecting it, right? This is not conscious, this is energetic. There are patterns that say money isn't safe, or money isn't spiritual, or money is not for me. And this often comes from past lifetimes. So if you've had a past life where you made a vow to live in poverty, to live in scarcity, a vow of servitude, a vow of solitude, these are all going to affect your money, especially the vow of poverty. So if you had a life as a monk, for example, you vowed to give up all your worldly possessions and to live in poverty, right? And that vow is there until you release it, until you let it go, acknowledge it and let it go. It needs to be released, right? So anywhere that you were in service, so not just, being a monk or a nun, there are lots of different lifetimes where we would have vowed to live in poverty to give us that experience, right? Through our lifetimes, we experience different things so that we have a whole picture, right? So in one lifetime, we would have been incredibly rich. In one lifetime, incredibly poor, and everything in between, so that our soul has a complete picture of what it is like. But these vows don't just release themselves. We have to release them. We have to work with them. So anywhere that you're in service, anywhere that you gave everything away, or where wealth was not part of a reality, you're still holding on to that in your nervous system. So now, even though you want more, part of you still holds back from receiving it because that vow is in place. So you don't fully trust having money. You don't allow that money to flow to you because energetically you have vowed to live in poverty. So let me know if you chose card 2, how this is showing up for you, what resonated with you today. And at the end, I'll tell you how to work a little bit more with the vows of poverty so that you can start to release them. Okay, and card 3 is the prostitution wound. So with this wound, this is very much connected to your worth, right? So there's a distortion with this wound between giving, receiving, and value, so worthiness as well. So you may feel like you have to overgive. You may feel that you have to prove yourself, earn your worth, give away parts and pieces of yourself to be accepted for who you are, or to feel worthy of, people's attention, love, all of those things, before you can start to receive. And this creates imbalance because instead of clean receiving, there is pressure, and it almost feels like pressure and an expectation to perform before you receive anything, right? So you have to give all of your energy to a certain person, or even give all your energy to your business without expecting anything in return, or keep over giving to clients and not charging your worth, right? That's really, really important. So there's going to be a feeling, like an energy that you are carrying, that tells you that you have to give something away to be worthy of receiving. So you have to give your time, give your energy, give praise, give something away for free in your business, right? And this wound really causes those feast and famine cycles, right? And if that's something that you're experiencing in your business, this is the prostitution wound, right? Because you're giving, 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 and then you may allow yourself to receive something. So this is all, unconsciously, like you've given so much that your energy is drained. You don't have enough time for yourself. You might start to receive something small in return, and then because you've received something, you then don't feel worthy. And then you give, and then you've given so much that you might receive a little, and then you don't feel worthy. And like, this is a cycle, right? Feast and famine cycles. So this is all connected to the prostitution wound. For me, the prostitution wound is very much about, giving parts and pieces of ourselves away consistently for approval, for love, for recognition, for validation, and all of those things. So nothing to do with sex. It's about our worth and how much of ourselves we give away in order to receive, right? So this is a very deep wound. So let me know if you chose card 3 and what really resonated with you with card 3. So working through these wounds is going to be really, really important. So really take a moment to feel that message. It's not just information. This is an awareness that can really help you to shift that story, that wound that is holding you back, right? This is not about mindset. These are patterns that are held in your energy, in your body, and in your soul. So tomorrow I will be sharing a activation with you to help you to start clearing that. So do be sure to come back to the YouTube channel for that tomorrow. We're going to do an Akashic activation to begin shifting these patterns at the root. If you're ready to really work through these wounds, then the deck is a great way to do that. So I will link the deck in the description, as well as some other tools and resources that are going to help you to start moving forwards from these 3 different patterns. So do let me know what you chose and what comes up for you as you were listening to this. Have an amazing week, and I look forward to catching up with you tomorrow for the activation.